First, let's talk about how prevalent really is diabetes as a problem in India. And the numbers are going to shock you because over 77 million adults in India are living with diabetes. Females, believe it or not, have a higher risk of developing diabetes than males. And if that number was not enough for you, look at this. 57% of the cases, as being talked about by various organizations, remain undiagnosed in India. So imagine all of that number adding up, all of those issues adding up as well, what it can really lead to. But to cover some basics on diabetes, well, there are two types. Type 1 is body making less or no insulin. This is generally seen in kids and people who are born with it sometimes. And type 2 actually is the more common kind of diabetes, which is seen in India, where body makes insulin but doesn't use it the right way. And it is this type 2 form that actually leads to memory loss as well. So, having understood that, let's move on to how many diabetics are actually prone to memory loss. Not everybody will see it, remember. 4 in 10 diabetics over the age of 65 start to show signs of dementia, of memory loss as well. So what you have to do is how to ensure you're not that 4 and that 6. Alright, and how to do that? Well, let's talk about that. How diabetes impacts memory. Well, the starting thing to remember here is that uncontrolled diabetes may increase the risk of you experiencing any cognitive problem. It could be heart attack, memory loss, the rest as well. So first, get it in place. Higher than normal blood glucose levels can damage your nerve cells. It leads to damaging your brain step by step. It's a very slow progression. That's why it is important to sort of spot the first sign and start working on it. Type 2 diabetes also may cause memory loss through silent damage, like I said, to the capillaries. And the risk of dementia is higher when like I said, diabetes is poorly controlled. Also, memory loss in diabetes can be a short-term problem. That's the big good news over here, headline bit. Brought on by too low or high blood glucose levels as well, so it can be controlled. People with metabolic syndrome, which basically means a cluster of conditions happening together in your body, have a higher risk of memory loss. And uncontrolled blood pressure, cholesterol, all of this will further heighten your memory loss problem. So it will speed up that process. The good news, like we said, is that diabetes can also, there can be prevention if you work on the right direction to these memory problems as well. And you can ensure that once you've spotted it in the short term, you ensure that it does not stay there in the long term as well. But how do you spot these symptoms? We thought let's tell you how to sort of start pinning them down in a very early stage. If you're unable to recall an important event in your life, if it takes longer for you to remember people's name, dates at times, forgetting what you have just done. A lot of people are not able to comprehend and then they say, oh, did I do this? Did I not? Well, that's a sign. If you're a diabetic, you're an older age, please go to a doctor and get it checked. Forgetting where things at home are, forgetting the names of people close to you as well. At times, just being in the middle of a situation and forgetting what you were really doing. I know it sounds like anybody having a long day, but if you are a diabetic, you cannot ignore these. Having understood all of that, what should you do? Let's come to that. How to control it and how to make it a low risk? Well, ditch sugar and artificial sweeteners. Limit a high glycemic or low fiber food, so cookies, cakes, etc. No. Switch to what is called by dietitians as a Mediterranean diet. Eat smart carbohydrates that have high in fiber, low glycemic intake as well. That means fruits and vegetables, high protein rich carbs as well. Even quinoa said to be a great diet here. Add more omega-3 fatty acids to your diet. Omega-3 may help improve your heart health as well and prevent any sort of cognitive decline as well. And eat small quantities of high quality protein and some healthy fat with every meal to stabilize your blood sugar. A lot of people think fat is bad. Well, not all fat is bad. The healthy fat, the good fat is what is required for your brain. Next up, you should check with your doctor before taking any supplements if you're taking, because that can have an impact. And make physical exercise a part of your daily routine. Your supplement in your diet with a high quality multivitamin and mineral is also important. So, all of this seems to be something that all of us should be following, regardless or not you have diabetes. If you have diabetes running in your family, well, start on it early on.